Hi everyone and welcome to My Unfiltered 20s.
A podcast about the ups and downs, highs and lows and realities of life in your 20s.
With me, Abbey Parker.
And me, Lucy Martin.
This week we're back from our week off with a very exciting episode. Today is New Year's Eve, which means that 2020's over, final episode 2020. Even though this goes up on New Year's Day, so technically, wow, how does it feel to be in 2021, everyone? But, you know, last one of 2020 for us.
So we'll be doing a huge end of year roundup of all the things that we've loved this year, reflecting on what we'll be manifesting and looking forward to in 2021.
Considering we only started My Unfiltered 20s in September, we are over the moon with the amount of support and listeners we've had over the past few months. Shout out the 2 American listeners.
Shout out to our German listeners also.
And the 0.1% Spanish listener.
Ramon.
As we go into the new year, we hope all of our listeners have a safe, enjoyable and happy 2021.
I don't know how are we on the last day of 2020? Like, I am still mentally in March.
I know.
Like,
I saw a tweet the other day and it was like, when March is in 3 months but you're still recovering from March.
It's just been, I think, like, the weirdest year for everybody, hasn't it? Like, I just feel on pause still. Like, I still feel like I'm in March waiting for, you know, things to be given the okay again. Like, it just doesn't really feel any different to how it did then. I don't know, it's weird.
It's been like the longest year ever and yet such a whirlwind at the same time.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the weirdest thing. Like, but my kids, I'm just gonna be like, you don't understand my problems, like, you don't get it.
What did you do last New Year's Eve?
I always am just in my house with my family. Which, I don't know, maybe next year I'll
Next year,
be out and about.
I'm manifesting a big party for us, hopefully.
Yeah.
If everything.
Because the thing is, I've never really wanted to, like, midnight woo, and now, like, everyone's trying to get a cab and trying to get home.
Yeah.
It's like, but next New Year's, I'll do that.
Yeah. I think we should do, like, a central London, like, fireworks, all of it.
Go to the actual...
Yeah. Everything.
You know what? If they get Craig on it again, for you, we'll go to the concert rather than the fireworks.
Stop. That last year, when I turned on the TV, because again, bit of a grandma, was back in by 9pm after going out for food, and Craig David was on the New Year's thing, that made the start of 2020 for me. It was just like, I know all of his songs sound exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, I know every song starts the same and you can't even tell which song's which, but, like, there's just something about Craig.
Yeah. You know, he still to this day has, like, a weekly residency in Ibiza.
No, stop it.
I'm serious. Like, every Tuesday or something, he's, like, there.
He must be, like, 45 at least.
Well, okay, so I was watching Sophia and Chintzia.
Yeah.
And
we love Sophia and Chintzia on this channel.
We do. They're, like, what I want to be, do you know what I mean? And they were talking about Craig, because they love Craig as much as you love Craig.
Love that.
And they were like, how old is he? Like, literally, he must be, like, nearly 50.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's, like, 37.
What? But he was...
I think.
He was,
I know, this is what they were saying. They were like, but he's been around so long.
In the 90s, I swear he was, like, a DJ, so he must have been, like, 16.
39 he is, 39.
Wow. I mean, I respect that.
There you go.
Because he does, like... He has his, like, DJ set thing, like, T4, is it? Or T5 or something. But, yeah, I've seen him a lot. Because we had this, like, me, James and Julia, if you're listening, we always went to, like, Free Radio Live in Birmingham, and he was always on the guest list, and then we saw him at, like, the festival. But I would happily go to...
Wow.
I would pay to go to another one of his concerts, because incredible. He's just good vibes.
He is good vibes. He's a wholesome vibe, isn't he?
He is. Great
But
day.
they were saying, like, what's his type? Because he's never been linked to a woman. So,
that
like,
is true.
Who's he looking for, you know? Like, let's... 2021, # let's find Craig a wife.
Yeah. Or husband.
Or husband, yeah. That is true. That's true. Maybe that's why he's never been linked to a woman, because he doesn't like women.
Exactly. Is that because Sophia and Chinzia were like, let's get us with Craig David? Is that what they were going for?
That's what it that's what it was. But then Sophia was like, well, we are only 22, 23, so maybe 39-year-old is a bit...
Maybe not. I think...
For them, anyway.
Sophia and Chinzia are the account on YouTube that I've most loved this year.
Same.
Because I think Alex introduced us to them. Well, I watched them a bit, like, at the start of the year, but then properly, I think Alex got us into them. And they're just like, if you've never seen them, they're just like two best pals. They used to do really funny drinking vlogs where they'd go clubbing and film before and after. Most iconic episode is when most iconic what do you call it on YouTube, like most iconic video oh dear, is when
episode Sophia and Chinzia.
It's when Chinzia falls on the hamster cage and breaks it. But yeah, would recommend. I think they're just like nice vibes, and they've just had a New Year's Eve video go out, so
yeah. They're good. But you know what happened to me this week? You're gonna laugh at this.
Okay.
So I was watching Sophia and Chinzia, obviously. That's all I've been watching the whole of December. And there was this video, because I was in the mood for like hauls, right?
Okay.
When I'm like, oh, I need something to cheer me up, I just watch people try on clothes on YouTube. So I was like, it was like massive haul, blah blah blah, like wow, and I was like, oh, that's a little funky thumbnail. Clicked on it and I was like, oh, this girl's funny, like she's like bubbly and like, oh, she's like a pro.
Yeah.
And I didn't even look at the name or the subscriber count or anything, and I was like, wow, I might have discovered someone here, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't quite place the accent. I was like, is that Scottish? Is that Northern Irish? I can't tell. Anyway, click on the channel, and then I'm like, oh, it's Olivia Neal. I was like, I've discovered someone new, and then I was like, it's literally Olivia Neal.
She's funny, isn't she? Like I do just find her like hilarious.
She's got absolutely no filter. I was like,
I know.
wow.
She just says literally what, like a stream of consciousness, what's coming from her head.
I know. But yeah, so
that's
who I found.
New.
No, I haven't discovered anyone.
But
You've literally talked about it so many times.
So, important question. What are the best memes of this year?
Right. So, I was on Twitter the other day, and a tweet reminded me, they quote tweeted a tweet from early, like literally January this year.
Yeah.
A huge boulder the size of a small boulder. Do you remember that? That really kicked off 2020. I was like, this is going to be a good year. This is hilarious. I know. I showed it to Maddie. I was like, do you remember this? She was like, oh my goodness, that was this year. So I love that one. I love Bernie. I am once again asking you for blank.
Yeah.
That's a good one. What you say your favourite?
Well, so me and Abbey we had a bit of a problem, I think, like mid-year, because we were obsessed with the Gossip Girl meme. I can't think of one that doesn't have swearing in it.
Go Sip Girl.
Go Sip Girl. Thirsty. Go Sip Girl. I'm gonna have to Google it.
Yeah, you Google it.
But you must know, listeners. You must know what we're talking about. We were obsessed with it because it's just simple. I actually did an application to like a magazine in, I think it was like August, and they were like, what's your favourite meme of this year? And I put the Gossip Girl one. So the one I see now is, why did the US invade Iraq? And it's Go Oil Girl.
Go Oil.
Hey, how do I look today? And it's Gorgeous Girl.
Love that. You know what the worst one is? Just the cake.
I hate
just things being cake.
No,
that was awful.
It just made me uncomfortable because there's just something about some materials that make me feel uncomfortable.
Oh, you know, oh god, it's literally making me cringe just thinking about it. So, this is why. Maybe this is too personal. I don't know. I don't buy like packs of tissues to use as tissues. I just get a clean toilet, fresh toilet roll, and then just use toilet roll for tissues, right?
Yeah.
Because I cannot stand it. Tissues, they just come apart. All the plies, you know, it's like all 4 ply. They just come apart, and then you've got all these layers, and then if you're trying to blow your nose, and they're like rubbing against each other, and it feels.
I get you. Like when you try and take out the packet, and then it rips.
Oh, yeah. I hate the feeling. I hate how it looks. It really gives me the heebie-jeebies, and I don't know why. It's like cling film for you.
Yes, that is me with cling film. Can you do like, you know, like boxes of tissues? What about them?
They're better, but still, it's like if the tissue, like one of the layers comes apart from the other layer, and it like rubs on it, like slides. I'm like, I need to throw this tissue out right now.
Okay, I get that.
It stresses me out, but toilet paper don't do that as much. It doesn't do that as much.
A lot of people prefer just having like rolls of toilet paper than tissues, I think.
when I was in like sixth form college, right? I liked this boy in my philosophy class.
I can't believe you're saying this on the podcast.
I did.
Hi, if you're listening.
Would he know who I'm talking about? Would he know it's him? But I was just we never had like a face-to-face conversation, because that is the kind of, outgoing person I am. Anyway, I remember once he was ill in philosophy, and then what does he pull out of his
a toilet
rucksack? A toilet roll, and I was like, oh my god, we're meant to be. I was like, this is my soulmate.
Oh my god.
Toilet roll, king.
He's your roll mate.
Oh, that was disgusting. Imagine if I'd gone up to him and been like, hey, roll mate.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Do you speak Spanish? Seagull.
Seagull.
Reviving that. Also, we were saying a recent addition is Matt Hancock pretending to cry. I know it's not funny anymore because most of the North and the Midlands is in tier 4, but I did see this a lot from like Northerners being like, when the whole of the South gets put in tier 4, and it was Matt Hancock pretending to cry.
Did you see what I retweeted yesterday?
No, let me have a look.
It was Londoners when London goes from tier 2 to tier 4, or I think it was because people were talking about tier 5 yesterday, right? So they were like, when London goes from tier 2 to tier 5 in 2 weeks, and it's like, what, where, who, why, what, why, where, who, where.
Yeah, I like that one. Also, a very recent addition is Microwave.
Microwave. Incredible.
The thing I saw about that, I swear, like, IKEA tweeted or something, they'd changed the name of like the microwave.
Did they actually? That's incredible.
Unless someone had made it, but yeah. Yes, Robert Pattinson. Yes.
That, I was never like a big Twilight fan or anything, but I was never like obsessed with Robert Pattinson, but wow, that meme was good. Who took that picture? Where did it come from? Why is he standing like that?
I swear one of them is like, your boyfriend just stood in the kitchen, like, I can't remember the one where it's like that he's like outside the door is good as well.
There was, when we went to lockdown and everyone was like, wow, look at the pollution. Yeah. And then people like changed it, so then the example they've used is scooters dumped in a river, and they're like, look, these scooters have come back to their natural habitat. We are the virus, not them. That's a good one.
I'm going to create an environment that is so toxic.
That's a good one.
Also, I feel like we had a bit of a Gemma Collins obsession this year.
We did. Oh, wow. That was...
It's just... Everything about her is iconic. Like, you can't help but to scream things that she says at each other, really. Like, I'm sick of playing games!
I'm claustrophobic, Darren! Get that fire exit door, I'm out of here. And then... This is funny. Guys be like, I know a spot, and then take you to 4 Seasons Total Landscaping. Oh god.
We've had some good memes this year, because I think when like bad things happen, like, because it's been a bad year, I think the memes have been really top form.
Can you see them? Just Tiger King memes.
The Tiger King memes.
We need to add that to our list for later.
We do. What a weird series. Like, where did that even come from?
I don't know.
I think that added to the general sense that like the world was going a bit mad in February and March.
I know. That was just like a fever dream. Like, what even was that?
I know.
We should... Oh, if only that had come out now so we could have talked about it on the podcast, because, I mean, what is going on?
I know.
It's like, even Megan Thee Stallion in her song Body is like, call them bees scary because I call them Carol Baskins or whatever. And I'm like, how has Carol Baskin got into a Megan Thee Stallion song? How does that happen? Apparently she was on Dancing with the Stars in America.
Seriously?
I'm being serious.
I feel like that
I haven't seen it, but...
That was
yeah,
exactly. As well. Like, how are you cool cats and kittens?
Yeah, that was on me. Well, apparently, right? You know, Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber released that "Stuck with You,"
Right.
that song, and then the video was like just couples in lockdown like dancing to the song.
Okay.
And apparently Carol Baskin and her husband sent a video in of them dancing, and Ariana Grande refused to put it in.
Oh my god.
I know.
That's tea. I'd put it in, wouldn't you?
I know. I guess I don't know.
It'd be a bit, if it's not the tone in the video, fair enough, but it'd be funny.
I know. Well, I think Justin Bieber released like an alternative version of the video with them in it.
Okay.
But I do get it because Ariana's very like, she adopts sort of animals, right? She clearly cares about animals.
Yeah, that's her.
And although Carol Baskin's like, oh yeah, I love all these big cats, like, Joe had a point in the series. He was like, they're just in cages too.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
just overgrown.
Yeah.
I was like, he's got a point. She's still, whatever.
No.
So.
What are you manifesting for 2021? What are you hoping for? What are the vibes for 2021?
I'm manifesting clarity.
Okay. I like
I
that.
just want, like in Greece, Guardian Angel.
Yeah.
And he's like, drop out of beauty school, go back to high school.
Beauty school dropout.
That's the one.
Uh-huh.
So my mum always finds that song on. She doesn't like it.
It's actually one of my favourite songs. Like, I used to have it on my playlist and stuff.
I think it's funny, yeah.
Yeah.
But I just want my guardian angel to come down and be like, this is what you want to do for your career. And I'm
Okay.
like, oh, you're right. That's what I'm born to do.
I like that. I think
that
it's
would be
hard.
good.
Like, we were saying earlier, like, just like everything is just piling up. Like, everything's like, the world is carrying on, but we can't do anything. Like, it's like, you need to apply for this, you need to do these essays and stuff, and it's just like, oh my god, like, the deadlines for masters and like jobs are like piling up, and I'm just getting like, oh my god, there's so much to do at once. I feel like it's all just hit me.
I literally have not done an ounce of work since the 7th of December.
No, but that's good, because I think it's better to have time off and a break.
I mean, I have a project due, but like, yeah. It's fine. Well, I thought, because I was thinking, because he made it sound like, oh, you've got to be writing and blah blah blah, but I was like, to be honest, it's not due until midway through February. Like, I still have 6 weeks. Like, that's enough time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm trying not to think about it, honestly.
I know.
Because like on the 23rd of December, I was like, shall I do something today?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was talking to my sister. I'd already kind of made up my mind before I went to talk to her. She was like, I think you've already made up your mind. But I was like, I don't want to start today and stress myself out 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah, that's true. I think everybody should have had a break over Christmas. Like, you don't need to stress about not doing work. It's been a hard term as well.
Yeah, that's true.
What is your diss on? Would you like to tell everyone your final year project is on?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, if anyone knows any 3-year-olds, hit me up.
Really?
No, let me explain myself. So basically, I'm doing my project on studying how children that are still developing their language, aka 3-year-olds,
Mm-hmm.
how they learn sentence structures.
Okay.
I won't go into too much detail until in case someone does want to, get involved, because then it will harm the experiment.
Okay.
But yeah, basically, that's what it's on. So we've got all the stuff set up. I don't know.
It's just hard this year, especially, isn't it? Like, I feel really bad for people that have to do like actual research. Like. Yeah.
Well, we were starting off thinking, oh, this is going to be a survey, and then our supervisor was like, oh yeah, let's evolve this a bit. You could just call people over Teams and blah blah blah, and then it evolved, and then suddenly I've got to like interview people.
Right.
Whereas the past 2 years I've done surveys, and it's kind of easy because you just send it to people and people do it.
Mm.
But I need to get 43-year-olds.
Oh my god. At least your mum's a teacher. Like, that's the only good thing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mm. I miss
What
doing
about-
your little
I know.
experiments. Like, you do, Lucy, come sit down and do this.
I
And I'm like,
know.
eh?
Well, I was thinking, right, because I've technically already chosen my modules for next term, but I think I could change it.
Mm.
Because I've decided to do this body perception one. Purely, well, not purely, it does look interesting, but
Mm-hmm.
the lecturer, I really liked him, like in previous modules he's like I've learned so easily from him. But then there's this one on like psychology across cultures, and then there you do like a mini project where you have to interview someone from another culture. And I'm like, I'll just interview my boyfriend. I was like, easy. But yeah,
you could have my boy. Northern culture.
Northern culture. I thought either Ajahn, or I could ask my non-verbal language like lecturer, because he's Japanese, so I could interview him. So yeah, we'll see. Well, I haven't asked him, not technically doing the module, but that's just my thoughts.
That sounds cool though.
So, what are you manifesting?
I think just like good things, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
Just like success, good vibes, like getting a good grade at the end of the degree, getting good things for next year, just having a good time, hopefully. Yeah. Getting to actually do normal things. That's what I'm hoping for next year.
Yeah. I'm manifesting motivation. I want more motivation.
Yeah.
Just for everything.
I will say it was a full moon yesterday, right? Or the day before. So I feel like we've got rid of the bad energy, and we're ready, starting the new year fresh with some good energy.
Because this is the thing, people are like, oh, New Year's are meaningless, like they don't mean anything, like people just use it as an excuse or whatever, I don't know. But I'm like, if you can put meaning into it though, surely that's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I do think New Year's resolutions often will fail. Like, I remember last year being like, yeah, I'm going to be vegan, and then did not happen. But I think, like, if you're just like, oh, I'm going to maybe try and be a bit more positive, or maybe be like, I'm going to try and do this, then I don't see how that's a bad thing for the new year,
Yeah.
What are your top 5 films of 2020? It's hard because, I mean, barely anything has come out in the cinema, but...
Barely any. I think the other day, me and my sister watched Soul on Pixar.
Okay.
So it's the new Pixar film. And it's like... I loved it. Everyone was so said it's good.
Everyone's like raving about it.
I literally was like, halfway through I looked over at Maddie and I was like, when have Pixar ever missed? They've never missed. Every film is just incredible. And it was like, because I saw some stuff, articles and stuff being like, oh, it's like majority black cast and all this kind of stuff. But so I was like, oh, I hope that it's not going to be like, oh, look everyone, we've got black people. Yeah. But it wasn't. It was just like a story and the characters were black. Which I thought was good, because I remember them making a huge deal out of Princess and the Frog. Like, oh, it's the first black Disney princess, and I was like, yeah, well, you've had it already, kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. But it was just incredible. The story was incredible. I would definitely recommend watching it, or like getting a free trial for Disney Plus and watching it.
Nice.
Because it was just so wholesome. And the concept was cool. Oh, I can't go into it, but I said to Maddie, I was like, that's one of the best films I've ever watched, which was a bit extreme because I was a bit emotional at the time. But I was like, it's one of the best things ever.
That's good.
And then Mulan, the new Mulan.
I forgot that came out this year.
I thought that was really well done. I mean, I know you're gonna say Little Women, but I'm gonna steal it.
Okay, that's okay. I was gonna say I think that's the first film that I saw this year as well.
Yeah, I think so. I don't really know. I mean, I watched The Grinch for the first time this year. That's one of my favourite films now. So I'll say The Grinch, even though it didn't come out this year.
Nice.
And I don't know. Over to you.
Okay. Over to you. Yeah, so I think Little Women was the first film I watched this year. I can't really remember what I'd watched before that, but it was good. I remember. It feels like a very long time ago that we saw that. But I remember, I mean, it's got Timothy and Saoirse Ronan in it, so you can't really go wrong, can you?
Of course not.
I kind of want to watch it again now. I feel like it's a wintry film, isn't
it? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw Tenet in the cinema in September, I think, which I really liked. Thought it was good. I think I talked about it at the time because obviously Rob Pattinson, love him.
Right.
And so I think John David Washington, I think that's the main guy's name, who is like one of my new favourite actors. Thought he was really good in it. Yeah, good film. And then also The Trial of the Chicago 7, which came out on Netflix, which I talked about when it came out, which was really good. And then the last film that I watched this year, last night I watched Midnight Sky on Netflix with George Clooney. Which isn't really my sort of thing. Like, I don't really like films about space and sort of like sci-fi stuff because, I don't know, I just feel like the world's a bit too dystopian right now to watch stuff like that. But it was good. It was like at the end, like a gasp thing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know whether I'd recommend it, but it was alright. What is the last film you've watched this year?
Soul.
Soul, nice. That's good to go out on.
Yeah. I'll probably watch... I think I need to watch The Grinch today because, like, it's the last time I can watch it for, like...
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what about TV?
So, Sex Education, what is it, Series 3 this year? I think it was.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it came out in, like, January, February, didn't it? Because I remember watching it at uni.
Yeah, it must have been.
Can't really remember what happened, to be honest. But I remember it was good. And the new one's coming out next year because I think they filmed it during lockdown.
Right.
Great series.
Interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
Because I just remembered this article that I read last night. Well, not I just read the headline. It was like filming on the set of After 3 and 4 wrapped today.
Why did they do 3 and 4 at the same time?
Well, basically, the original, when she was writing originally, Anna Todd, it was 3 books. But then when they published it, it was such a long book, the third one, that they split it into 2 books. So it's like 2 halves. Well, I thought they would probably do it in one film, but no, they've literally done it as the book, so there's going to be 4 after films.
Oh, God.
So they recorded them at the same time because they're linked, because it's all in the same book, technically.
Oh my God. I mean, we're going to have to go and see it, aren't we?
Of course.
They've just put it on some time.
I'm just thinking of the stuff that happened, and like, because I'm pretty sure something happened in the second film that it didn't happen in the film that happened in the book, that was like a big event in the book.
Right.
Because all I'm going to say is that the character Zed is a huge part of the book and isn't at all in the films.
That's weird. Maybe maybe the last 2 films will like pick up his story or whatever. And then Bridgerton has come out on Netflix like this week, and everyone's saying it's really good. It's like a period drama sort of thing, like Pride and Prejudice vibes, and everyone's saying it's amazing. So I will watch that soon. But I'll update everyone how it is. Elite. Of course. I was saying the other day, this on Twitter, it was going around like, what was the last normal thing you did before lockdown? And the last normal thing that I did was me and Abbey sat and had a Domino's and watched season 3 of Elite. And I had a hot dog pizza, for anyone that would like to know, and it was disgusting. So
that was so good though. That was such a good night.
I can't even remember what happened now. I think at the end, isn't it like what's Ander's boyfriend called? Omar.
Yeah.
Right? Is at the school
Spoiler.
now, isn't he? I mean, yeah. Spoiler if you've not.
Spoiler warning.
But yeah, I think that's out next year. Should be.
Well, I'm like, some of the members of the original cast not going to be in it then? Is Lou not going to be in it? Because they can't have Elite without Lou.
No, don't. Also, I swear Carla won't be either, will she? Like, I swear there was something about Carla.
No, because they're all going to uni, that's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the only issue, isn't it, with stuff that's set in like, high schools and stuff, is that, like, that's what happened with Teen Wolf. They had, like, 3 seasons in their final year because they were, like, milking it.
This is, right, so right now, I'm watching Dawson's Creek from the start over again.
Yeah.
And
well, you've started again?
Yeah.
Again?
Oh, no, not again. We're still going, because it's a big boy series. And then, spoiler for anyone, it's not really that big spoiler, but basically when they all go to college, they do it so they all go to like college in one city, but they all go to different colleges.
Ah,
But it's kind of
okay.
weird. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously that would never happen, but like, yeah, that's how they get around it. But I feel like I don't know what they're gonna do in Elite.
I know. Because literally half the characters have gone to unis in different countries.
Yeah.
Because Lou and, what's she called? Amar's sister.
Nadia.
Why can I not... Yeah, Nadia.
Yeah.
Have gone to New York.
Yeah.
And then... Yeah, Amar's gone. I just... They can't split Amar and Ander up. Oh my god.
No, because I swear Ander and Amar are both at the school still. Because
Oh, yeah.
remember the last scene is... It was like them
yeah.
two, and then who... It wasn't it, what's he called? Guzman. Wasn't it them walking
Guzman
down? Because they're resitting,
and like the
maybe.
original main guy, yeah.
But yeah, I think they'll add loads of new casts and have them. But it won't be the same, will it? Also,
I want Nano back, honestly. Bring Nano back.
Nano was one of my favourite characters.
He's the only reason I watched it.
I hate, what's her name? They called it, what's her name? Do you know what I mean?
The new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's irritating. That was a weird storyline.
Yeah, I just don't like her. And then I also obviously do not like Polo.
No. He'll... I mean, oh, wow.
Oh.
Big spoiler alert. Big spoiler alert.
Oh.
You don't need to worry about that anymore.
No, I know.
Anyway.
Yeah. Bring back Marina, that's one thing.
Well, tricky.
Yeah, also, Love is Blind was this year, which...
Don't even.
I want a season 2. I want to know how they're getting on. I want to know how they got on through lockdown, all of them. I know Lauren and Cameron are still together, but I don't know
They
about...
literally won't. That's why they do the reunion show. They literally never do that.
I know,
in
but
reality.
that's what the people want. Give us what we want. And then I want a new series as well. I want new people.
Also, you know what? It really irritates me because when I only recently watched Too Hot to Handle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the reunion show, like two of them, I can't. I'm so bad with names. I can't remember either of their names. But they were like, oh, we don't want to talk about it. And like, what happened? It's between us. It's personal. And I'm like, you're on a TV show. You signed a contract. Tell me what happened. Give me the tea. Like I was invested in your relationship, and now you're just like, it was private.
You're on about Is she called? She's not called Frankie, is she? No.
Rhonda and what's his face? Also, when I thought it was iconic when she was like, "Yeah, my son," and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Well, what?" But yeah, Love is Blind. I want to know where what's Jessica doing?
Mark is married now, right? Or engaged to someone else.
Well, good for him.
Yeah. Jessica's probably still giving her dog wine.
She probably still thinks what's his face is. Because didn't they the one that she was like in love with?
What's his name?
Wasn't it like
weird name?
Wasn't his like real name Mark? But then he was like called something random.
Yeah, Barnett.
Barnett.
And they were all like, "Oh my god, Barnett!"
And he was with that crazy girl who started crying at the bachelorette party.
Yeah.
She was like, "I'm marrying my best friend," and I was like, "Ma'am, you've known him 5 minutes."
I know. What was her name? I can picture her, but I can't
Amber.
Remember. Amber, that's it.
Like, because they almost got divorced, right?
She met his family, right, and she made like really inappropriate comments in front of his like really traditional conservative family.
Yeah. And then she was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm drowning in debt."
He was like, "Oh, no.
Where is this coming from?"
What was the other one? Kelly and...
Oh, yeah.
That was shocking because it was him that was like, nah, wasn't it? Even though we thought it'd be her that was like, no. Kelly and Kenny, that's it.
Kelly and Kenny. Well, she just like wasn't feeling it, was she?
No, but then she said yes and he said no.
But I don't think she fancied him.
No.
I think she just felt bad, so she said yes.
Yeah, I know. And then I hope she's living her best life. I think they might be together because didn't they like get back together after the end of the show?
Who?
G and whatever.
G.
Mark? No, his name wasn't Mark.
No.
G and Damon or Damien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were quite cute. I mean,
it was
fiery,
a bit,
but
yeah, it was a bit like arguing every 5 seconds though, wasn't it?
Yeah, when they were cute, but then it was like a bit like, oh.
Yeah. Go on then. You've got to give us your favourite album, songs, artists from this year.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Doja Cat.
Of course. I'd expect nothing less.
Exactly. So it's tricky because every song on Hot Pink is incredible. Literally the other night I just like put one song on and then before you know it I listened to the whole album. How did that happen? I don't know. But I think Like That is a great song. The music video is just like good vibes. Apparently it's inspired by Sailor Moon. I was like, oh,
cute.
Which is an anime, but like I was like, oh. And then but I think my favourite song on the album I think is Rules.
I thought you could say Rules because it's the one you always make me watch.
Yeah, because the music video is just incredible. But yeah, I really liked Do It by Chloe and Halle, but like the original's good as well, but like the remix with Doja on it.
Okay.
And City Girls and stuff. And then I've also put Savage by Megan Thee Stallion, the remix with Beyonce.
Okay.
Because I wasn't into it when it was like at the beginning of the year when everyone was like doing the dance on TikTok and stuff. I was like, oh, this is a boring song. And then I started listening to it like 2 months ago. And now it's like, I'm like, every night I'm like, yeah, I'm like brushing my teeth like, I'm a savage. So I think, basic, but it's a good song. Through the Night by Jack Harlow, featuring Bryson Tiller. Good song. Bryson Tiller is what I've been getting into this year. And then I've got Me and You Together song.
Love that.
By 1975. I think that's a good little mix. Do you want to talk about your favourite books?
I will. So apparently, I mean, I know it's not a big achievement for many because there's people that read like loads, but I read 20 books this year according to my Goodreads, which I'm quite proud of. Because I feel like last year, I think I read 3 books last year in 2019 because I just didn't get time. Because it's hard, isn't it, with like uni, because you don't want to read once you've done reading seminars, but I think lockdown really helped this year. So the first book I read this year, which was also my fave, was Normal People, which has been adored by many. I mean, I didn't like the TV show that much, which is controversial, because I just thought it's not even that big a book. It's like that big a book, and they stretched it out across 12 episodes. And I just was like, there's just like, I don't know, something missing. Yeah, and then so Sally Rooney also wrote a book called Conversations with Friends, which I read this year, which was good, if not better than Normal People, maybe. Ooh. But they're making that into a TV show, I think, soon, or a film or something. Yeah, Queenie was another really good one from this year, which I think I talked about before, by Candice Carty-Williams. I don't know where it came out this year. It might have come out this year, it might have come out in 2019, 2018, but that was a good one. The last book I read this year was a book for my dissertation, which I'll not talk about because no one's interested in that. But before that, it was The Yellow Wallpaper for an essay, which is like really, really short. Have you read it?
I read it in we had to read it in year 9.
Yeah, I did an essay for my madness module on like how it shows like the gendering of mental illness in 19th century society and stuff.
Interesting.
But it's tiny. It's like a short story, isn't it? But I was like, putting that on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a Waterstones voucher for Christmas, so I'll be spending that soon. And I also got the book that won the Man Booker Prize this year, called Shuggy Bane, which I've started and it's good. And then I got Hamnet, which is, I think it won like the Waterstones Prize or something. I didn't get that many books for Christmas this year, but I have like way too many that I just haven't read, which is always a problem. But yeah. Also, a book that I was disappointed with this year, that I was really looking forward to. So Dolly Alderton, talked about her a lot on this programme. They've just stopped the High Low podcast, but she published a book called Ghosts, which I spent £15 on in Waterstones, if you remember.
I do.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed in it, because it was just a bit like not much really happened. And everyone was raving about it, and then I was just a bit like, oh, it was okay. It was just, I mean, it wasn't the worst book I've ever read, but it wasn't amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember the Yellow Book. Sometimes I look at some of the books that we read in school, and I was like, surely we're a bit young to be reading that.
Yeah, that's a bit. I mean, it's a bit depressing.
We were literally year 9, And this woman's she's literally writing about like a complete mental break.
Yeah.
And I didn't really get it when I was when I was like 14. Year 8, we read The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas.
Yeah, we did as well. In the film.
Like, this is a bit heavy.
I know.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I remember our English teacher saying, "Oh, they sugarcoat it in the film because it's like from a 9-year-old boy's perspective, so it's all a bit sugarcoated." But then they showed us the film anyway, and that wasn't sugarcoated at all, was it?
Yeah, I know, exactly. I think, because I remember we did like Private Peaceful and stuff like. Did you do Private Peaceful?
No.
Michael Morpurgo. They always made us do Michael Morpurgo. That one was like well depressing. It was like about. I remember. There was these two brothers and then this one girl that they both liked, and then one of them, it was in like World War One or World War Two, and then one of them World War One, and then one of them got like shot for being a conscientious objector or something. It was very dark, like dark for a year 8, but yeah.
There you go.
I mean, considering we've done it for like a final year degree, the fact that you did it in year 9 is quite heavy.
I know. I remember I like vividly remember reading that in classroom, and then all of us looking up at each other like, what have we just read? Because we're like reading it out, into the class and stuff. Because with the book before we read was An Inspector Calls.
Oh, I love An Inspector Calls. It's
light-hearted, and then we go on to the yellow wallpaper.
What do you mean An Inspector Calls is light-hearted?
Well, it's more light-hearted than yellow wallpaper.
I guess, yeah.
Because it's like a mystery, and we were putting bets on who.
Yeah. I'll give everyone a little veggie update. Everyone knows I went vegetarian in like September, maybe, I think. And I have stuck to it, which I'm proud of, which, I don't really see myself as a vegetarian. Then, like, I'm just like, oh, yeah, I like those. Like, if I see something with, like, chicken, I'm like, I like those. But then I'm like, I don't like them anymore, though, do I? Like, I'm like, I liked those before. Yeah, for Christmas dinner, I had a quiche. It was like a Mediterranean vegetable quiche, which was very nice.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was saying earlier that the one thing I've noticed I'm struggling with is, like, having Chinese and Indians, because I always liked, like, from the Chinese, I liked, like, duck, or I liked a good chicken, sweet and sour chicken, but, because I had one, like, 2 weeks ago, and I had it with just vegetables, and it was just, like, I don't know.
What are you going to do when we go to Wagamama's?
I don't know. I was thinking I could have, they do the, like, vegatsu, don't they?
Yeah.
I could have that, I think, but it's just, if you have the duck, what are they called, the duck gyoza, I'll cry.
Does that mean if we go together I can't get them anymore?
No, you can.
But you'll
it's fine. I'll just cry. They do veggie ones. They do vegetable gyoza.
Yeah, but they're steamed.
Oh, don't.
And I don't think they have hoisin.
God's sake.
Actually, it's depressing.
So upsetting.
So upsetting.
Because I had that tofu ramen from Wagamama's and it was disgusting.
Really?
Yeah, it was like soggy.
Yeah, tofu's a bit... But I think my sister really likes the vegatsu, so...
Okay, yeah, I think I'd be... Because I like fake, if it's sweet potato as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, because it's fine if I do it at home, because, like, I can do it with corn, but they don't tend to do corn at, like, Chinese and Indians, do they?
No, it's just more like, we'll just put vegetables in instead, right?
I know, don't get me wrong, I do like vegetables, but it's just like missing a little something.
Yeah, but fried vegetable is nowhere near as good as fried, like, duck or chicken.
Yeah, exactly. I did have prawn toast, though, because I am still eating fish, because, as I've said, it's quite hard, because I don't like goat's cheese, and whenever the vegetarian option is goat's cheese, I'm just like, no.
So should you be calling yourself a pescatarian?
I guess. I'm a pescatarian, guys. Pescatarian update. Pesky updates.
Oh, give a little pesky update. Yeah. It's tricky. It's like my friend once. Like, vegetarian does not appear in her her dictionary, her vocabulary, right? And she wasn't even thinking. Made her brother's girlfriend was coming over to the house for the first time. I think her mum had already met the girlfriend, but anyway, coming around to the house for the first time, family home, and I won't say her name. I was about to say her name. I won't say her name just because it's embarrassing. Sorry, but she was like, "Oh, I'll make some soup for us all, some veggie soup," and then so she made this, like, I don't know, like carrot, like
Yeah.
Some nice wholesome soup. She made me soup once when I was ill and it was great.
Oh, wow.
So she's good at soups. But then halfway through them eating, her mum goes, What stock did you use in the soup?
No. Oh no.
Chicken,
No.
obviously. And the girlfriend's like, and then she's like, oh no, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And she's like, it's fine, I'll eat it, it's fine.
I think that's the thing, there's things that you don't remember, like on Christmas Day I was like all stuffing, and then I was like, oh wait, because stuffing has like, it had pork in it. Like there's things, and gravy as well.
Yeah.
Because I had last week, I don't have that many takeaways, but we have fish and chips and they do gravy. And then I was like eating it like, I don't know if this gravy's like vegetarian or not.
Probably not.
No, but I was like, I do not see.
No. It's if it doesn't look like meat.
So we hope you have a lovely, safe New Year's Eve at home. Drink lots of Prosecco, or not if you don't want to. Make sure you celebrate the end of what has been an awful year for lots of us, and say hello to everything good that will come out of next year.
Thank you for listening. As always, make sure you follow us on all our social media, which will be linked in the description, and we'll see you in the new year for another episode.
Bye.
Bye.